Hey, welcome to Sharon Shares ASMR, where I like to share my travel stories. But today, I'm actually going to be sharing a story about how I got to be featured on Jubilee. For those of you who don't know about Jubilee Media, although 99% of you probably found me from there, it's a media company that really is focused on human-centric YouTube videos. So they produce videos that are all about building human connection, challenging assumptions, and really just building an environment of empathy. So it's really a great organization as a whole. And for the record, this monkey has nothing to do with how I got to be on Jubilee, but I just like monkeys. There you go. So I actually have been a big fan of Jubilee for a while. I had been watching their videos and even signed up for their newsletter. And one day I got an email from them saying they were looking for people to be in their new YouTube series called Expert Amateur Fraud. So basically the series was all about exploring what expertise means and also giving people a chance to show off their skills or their ability to fake those skills. And the topic for this episode was ASMR, which stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And I actually didn't know much about ASMR at the time. I had seen maybe a couple videos at the time, and I just thought it would be fun to try it out. And obviously I wasn't gonna apply for expert or amateur because I'd never done it. And so I went for the fraud, and I just had to fill out a form online. And the form was basically asking questions about what makes me think I'd be a good fit for the role and maybe giving examples. And a few weeks passed and I got an email from Jubilee about a phone interview. And I had the interview with the director, one of the directors, John. And special shout out to John because he has just been so amazing throughout that whole process. Like, made me feel really comfortable and just overall is an awesome person. So yeah, it was great working with him. And basically he was just asking me more questions about like why I would be a good fit for the role. And after that, I had been a few weeks and I had pretty much forgotten about it. And I got another email from him saying that I got the part. So, huzzah, yay. Then the next steps were pretty much just going to the set. And on the day of the set, the whole production team was awesome. Like, everyone was so accommodating and nice. And on the day of the shoot, they kept all of the performers separated. So I could not meet the expert or the amateur or the judges until it was time for me to do my performance. So I think that really shows the integrity of Jubilee as a whole. Like, they kept it very honest. Like, I had no idea who was who or who the other people would be, and part of that was probably just to make sure that no one would be influencing anyone's performance before they went on. but I was last to go on because the expert went first, amateur went second, and then it was me. And we were also told that we could bring props from home if we wanted to for the performance. So in the video you'll see that I had a journal, this one, and this is actually my journal that I brought with me, and I just thought it would be nice to write in. I thought that would be like good ASMR sounds. I don't know, that was just something I thought could be cool. And then you probably also know the classic hairbrush. It's also mine, I own it. So I think these were the only two props that I brought, though. The rest of the props I used from Jubilee. Like, they had a whole set of props that we could choose from when we got there. So that was cool, because otherwise I would have not known what to tap on. When I went to do my scene, I was pretty nervous. Like, I was told that I would have 3 minutes to do a performance, and it was, I think, especially nerve-wracking because the mics were so sensitive that it picks up like every little sound, and I was definitely afraid of like accidentally farting and everyone would hear it. But luckily that didn't happen. They did let us use headphones before going on to hear how sensitive the mics were, but like during the actual performance we didn't get to use headphones. So I think the cool part was that we didn't have any restrictions or limits on what to do, so I just thought it would be fun to talk about my recent trip, which was visiting New Zealand. After I did my performance, I got to meet the other performers in the green room. So I did get to meet Grace V, who at the time I didn't know who she was. Like, I didn't know she was an ASMR artist because I didn't know any ASMR artists really. And I also met the amateur truck, and both of them were just such kind people, so friendly. And I remember Grace telling me how she was hoping that Jubilee video would, bring more exposure to the ASMR community and, expand to people who don't know much about it. I also remember Truck telling me he brought food as his props, and I was thinking, oh man, I'm pretty hungry. After the shoot, I didn't think much of the video. Weeks had passed, so I decided to cut my hair and prep for my trip to Thailand. And literally the day that I arrived to Thailand, I got an email from the Jubilee director, John, and saying that they were releasing the video that day. And I was like, oh snaps. So I ended up watching that video in my hostel that night. I was definitely jet lagged anyway, so I was gonna be up late. And then, I'm not gonna lie, I was very shocked by the attention the video got. especially for the support for me to start my own channel. I mean, I think in the video I joked about maybe being an ASMR YouTuber, but I didn't actually think that was gonna happen. So here we are. But after that video was released, I started getting a lot of messages on Instagram because Jubilee had my Instagram on their description box, and a lot of people were asking me to start a channel, which is probably you guys. And I think the turning point for me was when I saw this one comment on that video. It had about a couple thousand likes, and it was basically saying that I should start a channel. And after seeing how many people liked that comment, I was like, oh, maybe I should start a channel. It is a big commitment, but ASMR is really one of those things that can help people fall asleep and relax. And honestly, if I could help even just one person fall asleep or help one person have a not as stressful day, then it's a big honor. Obviously, I could not have done this without you, so thank you all so much for supporting me from the start and giving me the opportunity to be creative and try new things in ASMR. And yeah, it's been really fun so far. After starting my YouTube channel, I've found so many ASMR artists in the community, and just wow, there are so many talented people out there, and it's all amazing, and they all do something different and unique to their channels. So I really learned a lot since joining. I learned more about ASMR triggers and different styles, and it's just I am so impressed with everyone in this community. It's amazing. So yeah, thank you for choosing Sharon Shares today to help you have a relaxing part of your day. And if you haven't already, check out Jubilee and subscribe to them, because they have such a kind and hardworking team, and they just have amazing videos. Otherwise, thanks for listening to my story, and flutters away.